This is your girl Alex, and you're tuned in to Think Like a Boss
with CosmoVision on 94.3 Splash Radio. Outstanding. I'm happy to hear that. But we got a wonderful show lined up. We're talking about the restaurant industry.
Yes.
The business, and how does restaurants tie into entrepreneurship?
Well, restaurants definitely tie into entrepreneurship in general, because I feel like a lot of people have a knack for cooking, and I know that a lot of people that I know, they're trying to start a business either around the restaurant business or baking and things like that. I know a lot of people that make amazing cakes. Shout out to my sister. She's actually a cake baker.
Shout out.
And she is absolutely amazing. And I know some of these tips that we're going to give today for the food industry just in general, it ties into that, but it also ties into entrepreneurship. But there's a lot of things that you need to focus on when you're focusing on food. I know the number one common problem with restaurants is actually the menu. Menu.
It also depends on where you're going. Sometimes the menu is crappy.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be very, selective.
It's actually, it's one of the most common problems. Like, sometimes people don't know how long to make it or how short to make it. But one thing that restaurant owners need to focus on is a unique proposition. Like, what does your restaurant cater to? Like, what is your brand, And that always ties back into entrepreneurship, because when you're in a market that's very saturated, like jewelry or just fashion, able to witness that. But we do have our guest here today, and she's going to talk about her business, how she got into the business, how she keeps the business going. I heard so many great things about her restaurant. I can't wait to hear about it.
And let's introduce this beautiful woman, Miss Yanick, Ranieri, owner, executive chef of Papion 25. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Let's give her some. Good morning.
Good morning.
we get her mic'd up and headphoned up.
how you doing this morning?
I am doing great.
Good. We happy to have you here. We was doing a lot of talk in regards to restaurants and what keep restaurants afloat, and what is it that customers look for in restaurants. I was telling Alex and the rest of our cast that you guys been up for a long time, and it's amazing that you're still in business, because we know a lot of restaurants come in to the industry and they come and they go. It's a very hard business to maintain. What is it that has helped Papion 25 be so successful under your leadership?
I think it is the passion, trying to be the consistency. You have to make sure that everything is right all the time, that your service, your food, everything is right.
Yeah, okay. And now how is it that you choose, what comes on the menu?
Over the years, when I started as a caterer, and I started really creating dishes. And I try to have something that nobody will, if you go someplace else, you cannot have it. So you have to really have a niche for your own business.
And what does your restaurant specialize in?
Really, we specialize in trying to give somebody a taste of everything in the world. We do have a lot of fish, but we do have chicken, lamb. Whatever we do, we try to be great in it.
Right.
So if you're going to come to Papion, that would be. It's hard for me to eat salmon anywhere else, because not everybody does salmon like we do. And this is the same thing with lamb. The way we make our lamb is really different.
It's very different. I noticed, because when I order the lamb there, I noticed it doesn't have like a gamey. Most lamb has gamey taste.
Right.
And I don't get that with your lamb. I'm not going to ask you to give us your secrets or anything like that, but it's very delicious, and it's just, the texture is so unique, and everything is just amazing about it.
But you also have to make sure you get the lamb from the highest quality. Okay, we have halal lamb.
Oh, gotcha.
And so forth. We use halal lamb.
So you were quickly talking about your background as a caterer. Where did your love for cooking come from?
It came from my family. My family in Haiti. My mother was a great cook, and she used to really have a lot of big parties and so forth. And she loves to cook. And since I was 4 years old, I used to cry to go in the kitchen to help out. Nobody cries to go and work. No one
right.
but I used to cry to go in the kitchen and help out. So I try to replicate a lot of my grandmother's recipes. Like the bread pudding is my grandmother's recipe. Until today, I'm the only one in the kitchen that makes the bread pudding.
Wow, seriously?
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I'm the only one who makes it. I don't let anybody else make it.
Wow, interesting.
Well, first and foremost, sac passe, chérie.
Yeah.
All right. If you want to speak Creole, we can do this. If you want to speak Creole, we can do this. But now that you even mention that, because yes, I am Haitian, and our food is just, it's out of this world.
Yes.
And the time that it takes to prepare Haitian food is just, it takes so much because there's so much TLC love and tenderness going into Haitian food. Do you use a lot of Haitian spices and things in your food now? Is that why? Is that what set you guys apart?
Listen, I don't want to give you my secrets now.
She said, we ain't doing
We ain't
that.
doing that. But basically, there's a Haitian influence.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay.
it is. Yes,
Also,
it is.
what I learned about Papion 25, my experience with Papion 25, you guys make people feel like home. Your staff is well-mannered, well-dressed, and, you know, they have excellent customer service. I'm not being biased here. I'm being honest because I would not, you know, be a patron of Papion 25 if I didn't feel like home. How is it that you pick your staff? Because I think you have a great choice of selection with the people that you hire to represent you and your business.
When you interview people, you have to make sure they have the same passion for family and customer service. Because if you're not, and you really have to be happy. If you're not happy inside, you cannot really be happy outside.
Yes.
People can see it in you, and so forth. I would tell them that never mind what was happening in your life. People come to Papion to enjoy themselves.
Yes.
They don't come there to look at your sad face because they really want to be they want to be happy. This is why they come here.
Absolutely.
And this is like, we want to have a little place where people can come and enjoy themselves and say to them, okay, I'm welcome. And you have to have a smile. You have to have a smile because your smile may make that person feel, you don't know what's going on in their lives. That will make them feel 10,000 times better.
Right.
And this is what people come to Papion for. Not only for the food, but for the atmosphere and for everything.
I get that because, you know, that's why I come. and, you know, what's funny is I come just to feel good. And I notice I come so much and I don't even pay attention to what I be spending in there. I was telling Alex, my accountant, said, hey, man, you got stock in this place?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
so
talks about
much.
your restaurant so much. I'm like, I need to go there.
Absolutely. And guess what? I guess our listeners, you're going to have a chance to have a Papion experience by calling in 973-457-8000. We have some Papion facts. If you can guess these Papion facts that we have laid out for you, listen, you're going to win a $100 gift certificate to Papion 25 for a Think Like a Boss in Cosmo experience. So you guys do your research, get the number,
your research, guys.
Call who you need to call.
Go on Google.
You know, I know some guys from Papion are listening right now, so come on and call in. We're going to test your knowledge on Papion 25 as well.
Well, I have a question. So, just with the restaurant business, because this is what we've been talking about throughout the whole show, things that make a restaurant work or not. What failures have you kind of seen in the restaurant business that helped you get better?
You will go to some place, they are very good the first day, and the second day it is not. You have to be consistent.
Consistency. Absolutely.
Consistency is one of the main key factors. And also, you have to have love for what you do. If you do not love what you do, you cannot continue it because it takes sacrifice. When I started, I was teaching full time. I taught 31 years in Newark.
Oh,
I had
wow.
until 2009, I had 2 jobs. So I was working as a caterer first, and then I had Yanick Catering, a small place in South Orange.
Okay.
And South Orange has a lot to do with me opening the restaurant because they told me I just wanted to have a spot for catering. With South Orange will not let you have just a catering place.
Oh,
you had to
okay.
have a cafe. So I had five little tables. That was me, the dishwasher, and the server.
Wow.
And I was there for 6 years. And then after that, we moved. We moved to 25 Valley Street.
Amazing. Did you always know that you wanted to be a cook? I mean,
I loved it.
Yes, you was telling the story about how you were crying to go into the kitchen to help. That right there, and that's why I always say, your inner child will tell you what you want to do. Because I feel like as kids, we already know what we love. We already know what we have a passion for. But then when we get to an adulthood, we kind of forget. And I feel like you just went back to your childhood love.
Yes, I went. It's really. I really enjoy cooking. I enjoy seeing people enjoying my food.
Right.
And this is why, like, when I came to this country, I told my family, Thanksgiving is my.
That's
my
your thing.
holiday.
That's my holiday.
That's my holiday. I really love that because I think this is really one holiday where people really come as family members and enjoy each other.
And that's what you're putting into your restaurant.
Yes.
I love that. I love that.
Now, Papion 25 is a unique name. Papion. How did that name come about? And let the people know, what does that name mean?
It means butterfly. As a little kid, I always loved butterflies. So that's where the name came
Because
from.
there was a misconception that when Papion came out, right, when you your grand opening, it was the Martini Bar, but you told me that no, it was always Papion.
Yes, it was always Papion restaurant and Martini Bar, but for some reason people just say Martini Bar.
For sure, yeah.
That's all they saw, the martinis.
Martinis.
What made you get into? Because on Thursday nights you have live music. I want to know what made you cross over to live music because it always wasn't live music.
I think I think John came in and spoke to my husband and said, "Oh, why don't you just that would be great to have some live music and so forth." Since I like jazz and so forth, I said, "Okay, let's try the jazz on Thursdays." And from jazz on Thursdays, we went into R&B on Wednesdays. I met Valerie. I said, "Okay, let's meet and so forth." We had jazz on Thursdays, R&B on Wednesdays, and Saturdays we will have R&B, blues, or jazz. But right now we only have jazz and R&B.
And how's that work? How's that work for you?
It's working. Sometimes during the winter is a little bit slower.
Right.
For music, people don't come out so much for music.
But it makes up for because you have your regulars who comes in.
like Jesse.
Yeah, because I know Alexandra, she enjoys the ambiance is very important. And she was saying before you got here, we were just speaking about what are the things that we enjoy about restaurants. I know Alex loves jazz. She loves live music. Me, I love a nice ambiance. It has an oasis feel in Papion 25. What was the process like when you were thinking about, structure regards to design of Papion and the feel? Because it's a nice feel there. Nice ambiance and decor.
The decor, you can see when you come into the bar, you have the butterfly.
Yes.
For the ceiling and so forth. And we thought that would be very different. You will not find that anywhere else. And so the decor, and we tried to have a lot of, we brought a lot of artists. At the beginning, I used to have a company that did it for me, but things, it just financially it wasn't good for me, so we didn't do it anymore. But we still do. We still have a lot of some artists that do have their art there.
Because you do have beautiful art. And you said something about finance. Your finance wasn't there yet, right?
Yes.
At a point in time, it grew to get there.
Yeah, right.
So how do you keep yourself relevant when your finances are not up to par, because a lot of people feel as though they got to keep themselves relevant by spending.
And that's how a lot of restaurants go out of business.
Exactly.
No, one thing you have to understand, you have to stay with the budget. And if you have to cut down certain things, you cut down certain things. I would cut down, for me, I would cut down my hours. I would cut down so many hours and so forth. As long as you're giving the best service you can have, you can keep it that way. But you have to see what you can do. At first, we used to have tablecloth. And I had to cut down on the tablecloth because it was financially, it was not.
It didn't make sense financially.
It wasn't feasible anymore. So we have to cut down on that. So
Gotcha.
Wow, that's great. Hey, listen, you guys, call in 973-457-8000. We're gonna give you guys a chance to win $100 gift certificate to Papion 25. Could you answer these 3 questions? When was the Papion 25's grand opening? What's the most selling dish on Papion 25 menu? And what's the most requested appetizer? So listen, it's 3 questions. We need you to answer. And there's going to be multiple choice questions.
Tell them those questions again. Tell them again.
Listen, the grand opening of Papion 25. What's the most selling dinner dish on Papion's 25 menu? And what's the most requested appetizer? Give us a call, 973-457-8000. We have more with Miss Yanick. We're going to go to a break, and we come back. We want to hear from you.
Absolutely, guys. Stay tuned.
Good morning.
So, you guys need to call in for this gift card.
973-457-8000. Miss Yanick is in the building. How you feeling, Miss Yanick?
I'm feeling great.
Good. Me and Alex were just talking off the air. I'm curious. All right, were you a single mom when you was handling Papion? Like when you started in the business? Because there are a lot of single moms out here who are inspiring to be entrepreneurs. But I think certain people use it as a crutch not to go forward.
Really, before when I started my catering business, I was like a divorcee and so forth, and I still work. And I don't think, as being a single mom, you can still find your friends to babysit for you, and you can still find a way to start. I started as a caterer, and that helped me put my sons to prep school and so forth, and I had to do what I had to do.
Absolutely. But like you said, sometimes people make excuses. And there should be no excuses when it comes to your passion and to your business. You have to try everything. If you could, for me, when I was a single mom, paying my way through college, I always used to say, if I could find someone to watch my son while I go to the club, I'm pretty sure I could watch someone to watch my son when I have to go to class.
Oh, yes, you have to. Because you really have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
You may not have that much free time to hang out with your friends, but to do your passion, you have to.
Yeah, and it takes time, right? How long did it take you? You said 6 years, right?
Really, it took me a long time. Probably, I was catering for about 10 years or so before.
Because a lot of people want it overnight, but it takes a lot of work. Nothing comes to you easy. But as long as you stay consistent and persistent, things normally works in your favor.
Yes, you have to take the time and put money away. You may not have money to buy those $200 shoes you want to. You just put that money away because you really have to start saving money. Even if you're going to go to the bank is not going to lend you money unless you have a good credit.
Right.
And in order to get good credit, you have to pay your bills.
Exactly.
If you
don't pay, you deal with money, or you're out of luck.
You're out of luck. You have to.
All right, that's definitely good information. Good information for us too. Guys out there, if you guys want to start your own restaurant business, there's a wealth of information just sitting with us right now. She shared a lot about how she got started, how she was working 2 jobs at one point just to make the dream happen. And that's what you got to do, because you're not going to have people that's going to just send you money. You're not going to have people that's going to give you $1 million loan. You're going to have to come up with it yourself. And that takes a lot of sacrifice and it takes a lot of grit.
I agree. It takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of grit, and like you said, you have to put the work in, because nobody else is going to invest in you unless they see that you're investing in yourself. So what plans do you have for the near future?
For the near future, at one time we were even thinking about starting another one, but we tried to get investors and that didn't work out. So I think sometimes getting investors is very tricky, and you have to find people who want to give you the same. It's just like if you go trying to get investors, people are going to try to make the most out of their money when they put it. They're going to invest in you. It's just going to the banks. Sometimes it's easier to do it on your own, and I find that I did it on my own, but I also went when I bought my partner out a few years ago. I had to go ahead and really pay attention to it, and as long as you pay your bills and so forth, you will have people, the bank, to lend you money, but they have to see that you have a good credit.
Yeah, gotcha. So you got to pay your bills on time.
Yes.
In order to get money from people.
All right, and we finally have our caller for the gift card.
Why don't you take the call, Miss Alex?
Yes. You are now on 94.3 Splash Radio. What's your name and where are you from?
Skinny Big. I'm calling from North New Jersey.
What's the name?
What's your name again?
I go by the name of Skinny Big.
What, you a rapper or something, man?
Just wanted to make sure we heard that right.
Yes, for sure.
All right, so are you ready for these questions?
All right, here we go. The first question. When was the grand opening of Papion 25? All right, it's multiple choice. Was it November 15th, 2003, November 21st, 2003, or was it November 3rd, 2003? A is what?
He went with A. Give him the boy.
That's November 15th. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. But guess what? We got 2 other questions for you, all right? So it's 2 out of 3. The most selling dinner, all right, Papion 25, is it the red snapper, is it the shrimp and grits, or is it the catfish dinner? Okay, let's do this again. Is it the red snapper, shrimp and grits, or is it the catfish dinner? Again, A, red snapper, B, shrimp and grits, C, catfish dinner.
I gotta go with shrimp and grits.
You are incorrect.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Hey, listen, man. Listen. We thank you for calling in. You have a wonderful week, brother.
Good try. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
We appreciate that. Hey, listen. These some easy questions here. 973-457-8000. We got 5 minutes left. We have Mr. Eric Dawson, who's going to be coming up next, talking about politics and world news. So you guys, please stick around for that. Hope we have another caller. You're now tuned in to Think Like a Boss in CosmoVision. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Hi, it's Victoria again.
Hey, how you doing? I'm happy you called back. I apologize about that, for hanging up on you earlier. But we have 3 questions for you. You got to answer 2 out of 3 correct. First question, when was the grand opening of Papion 25? Was it November 3rd, 2003, November 15th, 2003, or November 21st, 2003?
November 3rd. 2003.
That's correct.
Correct.
Good
Yes,
job.
yes. Congratulations on that first answer. Now you have one more. Now, the most selling dinner at Papion 25 is the red snapper, shrimp and grits, or the catfish dinner.
Oh, the catfish dinner.
Ooh,
Oh,
correct.
okay, all
Let me
right.
find out here. Hey, listen, Latoya, you just won $100 gift certificate to Papion
All right.
25.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
Yes. Listen, we thank you for playing. Please hold on. We're going to get your information.
Oh,
All right. That was great. Y'all got my mouth watering.
Hey, listen, y'all had me worried for a minute.
CosmoVision on 94.3 Splash Radio.
You guys had me worried for a minute.
Splash Radio, New Jersey.
Like I was saying, you guys had me nervous for a minute. I wanted you guys to call in. I didn't think you guys was going to call in for that $100. But we have Miss Latoya, who was a lucky winner. So like I was saying, you guys, we're back again with Miss Yanick. Miss Yanick, we like to thank you for coming by. We have somebody who's going to be coming in, one of our lucky listeners going to come in and experience, Papion's 25 wonderful menu and food. We're having a little technical difficulties.
No, we're not. We're fine.
It looked like it, felt like it. I want to keep it real over here.
It's me and the energy there just talking it out. Do you? We just want to make sure we get her information.
Yeah, we definitely going to get her information.
That was just a side conversation.
And you guys, we have a wonderful show lined up for you guys next week. So please tune in on our Instagrams. I am Cosmo_Vision #1. Lex, won't you let them know where they can find you?
Well, you guys can find me on Instagram at Think Like a Boss NJ, or on Facebook, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Boss, or back on Instagram, Chalobit and Lex, and my company, The Evolution of Hip Hop.
Yes. Again, we'd like to thank Miss Yanick for coming through, sharing her words of wisdom on the restaurant industry. And guys, listen, please stay tuned. Next week, we got a lot of great things lined up for you guys.
And don't forget, I have the motivational quote for you today. And just sitting here with this strong black entrepreneur that actually embodies this. Tough times never last, but tough people do. And that's what you need to be. You need to be tough in order to be an entrepreneur in today's world.
So we'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. Please keep it locked here on 94.3 FM. Up next, we have Mr. Eric Dawson with world news and politics. So you guys, please stay tuned, stay strong, and stay encouraged, and keep your vision Cosmo. God bless.
Splash, splash, baby.
Good night.
The